Hi, I'm Mark Dice, and welcome back to Let's Play some Shadowrun Dragonfall. It is raining out, and I could not wake up. It was terrible. But let's get back to it. Yep. So yes, our next set of missions have to do with going to find Alice. So last time we learned all about what is it? I can never remember. Fürschwing. And the special informant Alice that we have to go meet, information broker. Lots of other things. But seriously, why can't Netflix do a series based off of this? You get your Punisher style gunplay, you get your altered carbon type futuristic stuff. There's really nothing, no reason why they can't. Probably licensing. But anyway, it's my major complaint. It's like the perfect world. Why make Bright when you can make a Shadowrun game? Shadowrun even has basically the outline of Bright in one of its books, having to do with wands, right before the, what is it? Convergence? I can never remember what they call it. Conflux? No. That's something else. But yeah, so we've pretty much got everything done here that we need to do, as far as I'm aware. Sorry, doggo. You gotta go back-o. Or doggo came with me. That's neat. Doggo normally doesn't come with me. Hey, got some drugs. The only active console in this derelict span of U-Bahn platform is an old video arcade machine. The CRT monitor set in the machine cabinet glows invitingly. Cheerful, pixelated graphics swirl and dance on the screen. Investigate the machine. At the base of the control panel, you find a cleverly hidden input port. The port is shrouded in black plastic and it appears to be the approximate shape of a typical cred stick. Amcel's encoded cred stick. Insert Amcel's down payment onto this machine. The internal motor grips the cred stick and pulls it into the machine. It disappears into the port and the screen goes black. Moments later, a video image fills the screen. The picture is dark and grainy, a far cry from the bright, colorful sprites that previously inhabited the display. The screen is dimly lit. On the screen is a dimly lit office. The place looks like it was pulled straight from an old detective movie. From the Venetian blinds on the windows to the great swaths of shadows that paint the walls black. Center stage, sitting behind a large mahogany desk, the silhouette of an impressive-looking woman in a charcoal gray suit. The tip of the cigar glows cherry red in the shadows. She leans forward into the light, and you catch her first glimpse of Alice. Her face is all hard planes and sculpted angles, with high cheekbones and almond eyes. Her lips are painted a frigid blue, and the look in her eyes is even colder. A head of lustrous black hair is interspersed with flowing streams of cyan light. Alice exhales a plume of smoke, then tips her cigarette, should be cigar, into a nearby ashtray. I'm pretty sure it said cigar in the last one. Either that or it's supposed to be a cigarette. She fixes her eyes on you, and her lips curl in a humorless smile. We're on your dime, friend. Tell me what you're looking for. I need you to find someone for me, Dr. Adrian Vauclair. She raises an eyebrow. The Dragon Slayer. How interesting. He's been missing for a long time. Yeah, he has. The question is, can you find him? She looks you in the eye and the smile disappears. Her voice is all business. If he's out there somewhere, I'll find him for you. He could be living under an assumed name in California Free State, and I'll still track him down. And if he's not alive, I'll tell you where you can find his corpse. Yeah, if you have decking, you can try to hack her. It doesn't go well. Alright, I'm satisfied. Let's talk about the job. Alice steeples her fingers. Alright, here's how this is going to work. When you give me the go-ahead, I'm going to start gathering information for you. Once I've finished, you're going to bring me a cred stick encoded with the encryption key, with an encryption key that I'll provide you. That cred stick will have 50,000 new yen on it. When I get my cred stick, you get your information. That is the deal. Take it or leave it. Alright, you got a deal. Yeah, if you say anything else, she's just gonna suss you anyway and be like, nope. Okay, but remember, you say go and I go. From that point on, you're on the hook to pay my fee. No turning back, no refunds. Are we square on this? Yeah, the hell with it. I'll pay you whatever you want, just get me Vauclair. Good, I'll be in touch. The screen goes black. Moments later, the machine reboots. The colorful sprites that you saw when you first approached from the arcade cabinet return. There's nothing more to see here. Alice is gone. Tell you what, if you're an information broker, that's a great way to do it. Just like nope, you can't see me. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here. I mean, it's not like we're broke. Or just run all the way up there. Oh, there it is. I always forget that the money's up there. Yeah, I mean, I'm like 1/25th the way there. Neck puncher. Did you make contact with Alice? Yes, I did. She accepted your payment and I ordered the search for the information we need. Very good. I can't imagine this will be cheap. What was Alice's stated price? You're right on that count. 50,000 new yen. He shrugs. It is about as I expected. Thankfully, we are prepared for this. I have established contact with a number of new clients. You can find information on the jobs logged on your mission computer. One job's file is on there already. While you're working to earn Alice's fee, I will continue to dig for clues about Führerschwing. If she is, in fact, roosting under the Harfeld Manor, then there must be some evidence to support that fact. A dragon is a large thing to hide, after all. Sounds like you're on top of things. It's my job to be on top of things, Neck Puncher. You needn't worry about me on that count. Also, you don't need to worry about our mysterious Matrix killer, at least. Not insofar as I am concerned. I won't step near a jackpoint until this entire sorry episode is over. That's probably wise. Speaking of doing things the old-fashioned way, Mallet is working to recover information off those other DVDs. It's a painstaking process and will not be quick, but she's optimistic that she will be successful in time. Finally, I've been checking up on our friend, the orc with the skin grafts. I haven't heard anything back yet, but I'll keep you appraised if the situation develops. Sound good, Paul. I'll go check up on those jobs. One last thing before you go, Neck Puncher. Samuel Beckenbauer wanted me to pass a message to you. Do you know him, the orc that runs the shelter across the way? Yeah, we've met. Ah, well, he has a job for you. He wouldn't discuss it with me, but he promised that it would prove worth your time. I'll keep that in mind. And actually, we do want to go do that. So basically now will be a string of missions and then talking to your party, or my party, while we get that all done. What's up, Samuel? Hello again, mein Freund. What can I do for you? I heard you want to talk about a job? Yes, I do. Thank you for coming so promptly. He takes a deep breath, slowly releases it, and looks you in the eye. Tell me, what do you know about Humanist Polo Club? They're an anti-metahuman hate group? He nods. The largest and most well-funded of its kind. The instigators of the Night of Rage, and the enemy of everything that I stand for. Keep talking. Yeah, if you want to hear more background about this stuff, there's plenty of stuff. And truthfully, Shadowrun is one of those things that's best read about with stuff like this, because it does get more fascinating. Plus, there's plenty of like books and other stuff going on that really flesh out this world more. And of course, if you play it, you can go through all this. But I'm not going to read through events that I already know about that really aren't 100% important to the actual plot. Plus, they kind of go over briefly what this stuff is about. He nods. Yesterday, I was overhearing one of my assistants talking on his comm. He was yelling, clearly agitated. I questioned him, and he confided in me, and what he told me made my blood run cold. I guess where this is going. Humanus is planning something, an attack of some kind. He nods. Yes, I believe so. The Berlin chapter of Humanus has arranged to require a large shipment of an extremely hazardous chemical. Their leader, Volker Stahl, is a vicious ideologue. It goes without saying that whatever he intends to do, it won't be good for us. I want you to infiltrate the smuggling operation that is delivering the shipment. Once you arrive at the Humanus compound, you will find out what they're planning to do with the chemical and put a stop to it. Yeah. So, his dialogue slightly changes, depending on what you do. Same thing with the Wounded War Vet guy, because if you're a troll or you're an elf or anyone, but if you're human, they're more hesitant to talk to you, or a dwarf. Because as far as metahumans go, elves, orcs, and trolls are as metahuman as you get, whereas dwarves and humans are kind of... They don't really see a big difference, even though a human can be using magic, which isn't very human-like. Yeah, so what makes you think they'll talk to me? I'm no more human than you are. Many of the smugglers are metahumans. If you travel with them, Humanus will allow you into their compound. The rest will be up to you. As long as they can get me in the front door, I can take care of the rest. He nods. Yes, good. From your reputation around the Kreuzbazar, I knew you'd be the right man for the job. Yeah, why would they work with metahumans at all? He shakes his head. No, stopping and hijacking the shipment. No, stopping the shipment would not stop Humanus. They would just merely acquire another. For a pack of snarling racists, they are extremely well funded. Oh, I didn't know you could actually do that. I've contacted sister organizations across Berlin and taken up a collection. Between us, we've raised 22,000 new yen as payment. I trust this will be sufficient? I'll do it. Count me in. He nods. Excellent. I'm relieved. I will make the arrangements for your meeting with the smugglers. Their leader is an elf who calls himself Maxim. Take the U-Bahn to the Schotten Nest, and you will find him waiting there. Best of luck to you, Neckpuncher, and good hunting. Know that you are doing a great thing for the metahumans of Berlin. Your efforts will not go unrecognized. Yeah, if you don't do it, some shit goes down. But, yeah, Schotten Nest? Isn't that like Rat's Nest? What's up, Dietrich? A lone figure stands in the U-Bahn station. Dietrich. He raises a bottle as you approach, then tosses it away. Figured I'd run into you here, boss. Wanted to make sure that I caught you before you headed off. He takes a deep breath and slowly releases it, looks you in the eye. Neckpuncher, we have to talk about this humanities gig. Alright, but make it quick. Well, I've got a history with Humanus. I fought him back in '39 during the Night of Rage. Hell of a thing that was. I remember the terror, the senseless violence, the murdered children. I remember this little dwarf boy. They stuffed his body in the gutter, Neckpuncher. Dwarves really aren't as oppressed of a race as this makes it out to be. I can see his face, all bruised and broken. To this day, it makes my blood boil. Anyway, long story short, we beat him. Berlin punks and anarchists all came together and we stomped the living dreck out of those racist pigs. A lot of good people died that night, but we put down some bad ones, too. Okay. Yeah, cut to the chase. I don't need your life story. He nods. I'll get right to it then. I have to come on this run. It's my nephew, Alexander. He signed on with Humanus, driven to it by his worthless sack of a dad, no doubt. I take it your father, that his father, your brother, is a Humanus member too? Nah. That'd take a level of conviction, a quality that he thoroughly lacks. My best guess is that he's treating Humanus as a boarding school. They feed and house their recruits, and that's money that he'd rather spend on himself. So he dumped the boy off with them, never mind the fact that they're fascist swine. Dietrich looks you in the eye. You've got to get Alexander out of there, Neckpuncher, before it's too late. Those monsters are expert at warping young minds. It's how their disgusting ideology propagates. So I'm asking you as a personal favor to let me come along on a run. I have to get into that compound, Neckpuncher. I have to find Alexander. I have to turn him around before those animals make him do something unforgivable. Of course. Can't keep you from something like this. Thanks, boss. Never doubted you'd bring me. Of course, you're too good a man for that. But it's good to hear it all the same. Yeah, well, I was going to pick you anyway. You're the goddamn shaman. Assemble the team and travel to the Schotten Nest to infiltrate the Humanist Polo Club compound. Oh, right. Yep. So now we can also hire runners. So we have Allner, who's a decker. Not very good. I mean, even as a decker, I have to say that Blitz is actually way better. You have Okano, which is a human adept. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it's not doing that. He's okay. I mean, he's nice because he has a bunch of abilities. But again, he costs money, so fuck that. You have an elf rigger, which really dwarves are, in my opinion, the best riggers. Dwarves, and I mean, elf, you're better off going for like a mage or like a weapon specialist. This one is Bizarro Town. So she's technically dual classing. Well, technically she's triple classing. So she's shaman pugilist. Like, you can be like a shaman and a fighter, and that doesn't have any issue. And that's technically a shaman pugilist, but she also has mage spells, which is weird because that means that she's putting points into body, in strength, in intelligence, and charisma all at once. And that's like, that's a lot. You'll always be a subpar character compared to someone who's just like, I put everything into strength and body, I put everything into intelligence. It's just, it's weird. Because, I mean, for these to be good, you need charisma. For these to be good, you need intelligence. For this to be good, you need strength. And, like, unarmed and stuff, so. Lucky Strike. We can actually get her, and she is outstanding as a street samurai. Because she actually has mage spells, which you can get. It just means that she's buffed up her intelligence to get better hit. And she also has like melee abilities. Of course, she's better with her machine gun, and plus she has tons of stuff. And the weird part is she's not even the most expensive. He's more expensive, but I guess that's just because he has a whole bunch of spells. But that's not even worth it. And like, ooh, a Strato 9, Class B, like fucking garbage. Get out of here. So anyway, we're gonna take Glory, Dietrich, and Iger. Let's go to the Schotten Nest. False flag. The U-Bahn rattles to a halt at the end of Kreuzberg. You're only a few blocks away from the Schotten Nest, the keys that Maxim and his smugglers call home. According to Samuel, they should be expecting you. Let's put that away. We don't need drugs on us. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really need Iger to have a revive on her. Look, boss, I just wanted to thank you for bringing me along in this one. It means a lot. That's the one thing that I actually really like about this game, is that characters have drives and motivations. In Shadowrun Returns, like, people state their motivations, but if you say no, they're just like, oh, okay. They just waffle out. But in this, there are actually, like, penalties to this. I think if someone asks to be on a mission and you don't take them, they get upset. And they'll, like, your special missions later, I don't think you can do them unless you take them on missions. So if someone specifically requests, you should probably take them. I think the first time I played it, I never used Blitz because I was being a decker and I couldn't do his final mission. Basically, like, his personal mission. And all of those are really good. You get lots of good stuff from doing them. Alright, you owe me one, old man. His lips part in a wolfish grin. You got it, boss. I'll just count it against the heap of favors that you owe me. From how many times have I saved your ass since we started down this road? I've lost count. The expression on Dietrich's face softens, and he claps you on the shoulder. Let's go find my nephew, and let's crack all the humanist skulls we can along the way. The fuckers have it coming in more ways than I can count. I do like his little sarcasm with that. Oh, think about how many times I've saved your ass. It's like, oh, please. Hey, food cart lady. A matronly woman with a round face and kind eyes greets you. Her apron is caked with what looks like a year's worth of grease. Guten Tag, what can I get you? That depends. What do you have? Well, today we have a soya-based currywurst for 5 new yen, and a soup and sandwich combo for 10. Good, simple, stick-to-your-ribs food, perfect for a cold day like this. I'll take the soup and sandwich combo. That'll be 10 new yen, please. She hands over the small cup of steaming soup and a sandwich. You take a quick bite and swig down some soup. It's wonderful. Thanks. The vendor pauses a moment and steeples her pudgy fingers. We don't see many strangers down at this end of the line. I don't know why it's going Italian now. In case you hadn't noticed, things are a little run down here. You weren't thinking of heading out past the wall, were you? None of your business. Well, it doesn't make any difference to me. But you be careful out there. The people on the other side of the wall, well, they got no respect for anybody. Thanks for the warning. She nods. Best of luck and take care of yourself. I don't know what I was doing with that. It started off good and then went to shit. Phone booth. Became like an Orgaborga chef. Became like weird Swedish. Maybe she is Swedish. Did say pudgy. Searching the dead drop, you find a package with the telltale markings of the Schockwellenreiter. R.E. Humanis. This is an open request for information on current and past donors to the Humanis Polo Club. Identifying information such as home addresses and photographs is preferred. The presence of this hate group and its supporters will no longer be tolerated within our community. We will expose them to the harsh light of the truth. The timely delivery of this information will be well rewarded. Freedom, equality, information, Schockwellenreiter. It might be Reiter. Who knows? German is strange. A rough-looking dwarf with a fireplug build holds out his hand as you approach. Hold up, Trog. I don't know what you think you're headed, but you should turn around and go back the way you came. I'll look past the fact you insulted me if you just step aside. A momentary look of confusion crosses the dwarf's face. Oh hell, I'm sorry. I didn't mean nothing by it. Around these parts, Trog is, well, I guess you'd call it a term of endearment. Sort of an ironic thing. Yeah, trog is a nasty word for troll. He crosses his arms over his barrel chest and cranes his neck to look you in the eye. Look, we're not trying to be hardasses here. Our job is to keep folks on that side of the wall out. If you really want to head out there, we're not going to stop you. But consider this a friendly warning. There's reasons why we're stationed here. There are gangs out here that skin you alive as soon as look at you. Well, I'll just have to skin them first. He shrugs. Alright, be my guest. Go play with the torture gangs. Something tells me you're better fit out there anyway. He gestures to the troll sitting behind him. Let him by, Sergey. Look at Sergey with his little gas mask with purple tube. Ooh, and my thumb is killing me. I like slept on it weird and now it's all like bruised feeling every time I do something or move. Alright, nothing over here. So let's go talk to Maxim. Hello, Maxim. Thank you. The figure at the center of the group shoots you an insolent glance. His fine, elvish features match Samuel's description. This is supposed to be Maxim, your smuggler liaison. Well, well. If it isn't the muscle that Tuck promised us. Look who it is, everybody. The new hires who have elected to grace us with their presence. Nice of you to join us. He glances at the PDA on his wrist, then looks back up at you. He speaks again. His voice is sharp and humorless. You're late, chummer. I'm here. That's all that matters. He lets out a theatrical sigh. Well, you come highly recommended, so I suppose I'll overlook it. Look, do you want to do this thing or do you want to stand around talking about it? He gives you a momentary scowl, then turns away. Without a word, he slaps the side of a bulldog step van. A second van of the same design rumbles to life a few feet away. Pile in, people. Neck puncher's right. Let's get to it. I was wondering why it wasn't transitioning. 20 minutes into your trip, the van comes to a screeching halt. Maxim presses his face over to the passenger window. From the mix of anger and dread in his face, you can tell that he doesn't like what he sees. Damn it. I knew this was going to happen. I fucking knew it. He cranes his neck around to look you in the eye. Everybody pile out of the van and get ready. Neck puncher, we're going to need some muscle in a second. As you take your position outside the van, you hear a shrill voice bark out an order. A pair of portable gun turrets begin to self-calibrate in response. Sweeping your gaze over the gangers assembled before you, you identify the owner of a voice, a leathery woman with wild hair and a mirthless smile. She calls out again, her voice brimming with pride. Hello there! Welcome to Rambach territory! Maxim lips his lips, his eyes scanning over the gangers' hastily assembled roadblock. This keys belongs to Surf Turf, slag, has for months. You better clear out of our way before they show up and force you out. Surturf? Those tunnel rats? They're ancient history. Go ahead and call them if you don't believe me. Her face twists into an ugly smile. Scream as loud as you want. They won't hear you. We buried them last week. Maxim's expressions turn stony, but his voice remains calm. Congratulations on your victory. You must have taken some losses in the fight, though. I'm betting you're not at 100%. Why don't you let us cross the bridge in peace? There's no need for any bloodshed today. You know what? You're absolutely right. We don't need to fight. You just need to pay us a small toll, and we'll be more than happy to let you cross our bridge. I'm thinking, say, 500 new yen per van. Her voice turns cold. Otherwise, you better find a way to get where you're going, because this bridge is ours, and nobody crosses without paying the toll. Nobody. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this does need to get violent. Maxim turns to you. Get ready to ventilate these assholes, neck puncher. We got a schedule to keep. Change of plans. I'll be taking the shipment, the cash for the delivery, and all of your lives. Maxim's eyes go wide, and he begins to backpedal away from you. Damn you! God damn you all to hell! The Rambach leader chortles. Heh, and here I thought that today was going to be boring. Rambach, kill them all! Yeah, I'm going to kill everybody. It's a pain. Alright, so first things first. Haste me up. Iger, how is your throw? Oh, your throw is abysmal. Glory only has a flashbang. I have a grenade. Yep. That basically punches a hole in them. I don't know why you'd keep explosive chemicals right there. I mean, that's pretty fucking stupid. Alright, Glory. Jack yourself up. And you can't hit that, but you can hit her. Oh, you have your gun on. Damn it. There's lots of cover back here, so I only have one left, so no, let's not do that so we don't hit. I feel like I'm doing less damage now. Let's see. Yeah, you're still pissed miserable. Good. Unbalanced. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, you can let them fight it out. Ooh. Spicy. Ooh. Double spicy. I mean, the damage in this isn't, like, critical if, like, one thing happens. Probably setting up Overwatch. Ooh. Isn't this lovely? Everybody's just having a good all time. Let's get over here first. Glory, come give me a hand. It's one down. I could pull Dietrich back here and have him use a heavy bolt. Alright. Nice. Good. Their trolls down. I do worry about Dietrich taking a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure people get upset at me for doing this, but eh. Ooh. That's not good. Iger is not in a good place at all. Do that. It's a tough one because it does have a lot of armor. Let's just knock her out then. Or a miss. Alright, and time to finally use Twin Slash. No, do this. There we go. And she's knocked out. Alright. Reload. I have another troll over there. Should probably go handle that. Yeah, she bled to death. Oh, nice. There we go. Glory. Good. Dietrich, haste me. Alright, Iger. Balanced. Whew. Yeah, unbalancing really cooks people. It split the turns. Alright, well. Two down. We'll see who else is over here. Well, it doesn't look like there's many over here. Let's just have you get back here. Oh, 65 on him. Let's switch. Yeah, let's get over and kill Maxim. Just kill everybody. Alright, Dietrich. No Glory. Iger's still not doing well, surprisingly. Three karma's pretty nice. You pick up the bloody cred stick with 2,000 Yu yen on it. More than likely this was the first half of the payment delivered to the goods humanus. Alright. Can I get anything for 4? I don't think so. I think everything's greater than 4. Yeah. So pretty much 5 and above. That's fine. And I don't think there's anything to actually find out here. Let's just go see, because there's a garbage can. Doesn't look like it. Oh, well. At least we got a free van out of it. As long as nobody comes looking for it. The yard is eerily silent, with no one around to receive the goods. Whoa, don't do that. First, examine it. It's a warning label plastered onto the side of the container. Judging by the amount of small print on the label, whatever's being stored here is extremely bad news. Let's take a closer look. Warning, highly dangerous chemical agent. Do not take internally. Avoid contact with skin, eyes, mouth, and clothing. Increases aggression and reduces impulse control when inhaled. Avoid breathing fumes or vapor. Important. Do not proceed unless material safety data sheet has been read and understood. Yeah, basically it makes you an aggressive psychopath. Yeah, I think if you come here with Maxim, there are people there. You fight more people. False flag. The Humanist compound smells like a locker room. Doesn't look much better. Calling the building run down would be an understatement. Paint is peeling off the cheap Duraplast walls, and the tiles on the floor are mired with decades worth of grime. It's an old, ugly place, perfectly suited for the old, ugly ideology being practiced here. You enter the compound. The information that Samuel Beckenbauer sent you here to find lies somewhere ahead. Yep. Expect a lot of running away. Yeah, the, what was it? Topet a la metas? Probably don't want to know what that means. Time to steal stuff. So large painted one. There's a large red painted, large red one painted on this footlocker. Nope, can't open. There's a large 2. Pretty sure one of them's already open. Trains. Trains are like extra honky today, probably because it's raining. Oh, those trains are extra honky. I remember there's a way to get the armory code. Apparently it's quite convoluted. The armory is not very good either. Note. There's a handwritten note sitting on the table. Hey, Capel. You come highly recommended. Anyone who did what you did to those elves will go far around here. You can hit the kitchen anytime, but otherwise stay close unless otherwise told. Your locker code is 2619 Locker 3. Owen. Owing to that note, we assume that Owen is a bad guy. No. No, don't be a dumb fuck. Get over there. Get in there. While I open this. There we go. 2619. Now is it this one or this one? It's this one. There's a note inside. Recruit Capel. Your enthusiasm at the rally was more than commendable. Those Trog bastards really got what was coming to them. Volker wants to see you right away. His personal code is Pride. Share this with no one. Owen. Yep. So you have an office door code? Well, you can guess by his tendencies. Thought it was. Might help if I spell it right. Let's try the obvious one. Dude, I'm a hacker. Well, it might help if I spell that right. Oh well, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure you get it later. I think if you play as a human, you can infiltrate like 98% of this. From what I remember. I mean, I usually play as an elf decker, so. Yeah. Basically, you can set that as a defense. Riggers actually get special things they can do in this game. Purge the metahumans. Or metamans. Or no, it is metahumans. It's just poorly written. It looks like metal-mans. Let's see. File cabinets. The file cabinet is crammed full of humanist propaganda. Read the first pamphlet. Human, you work hard, you play fair, and still you can't get ahead. Have you ever wondered why? The answer is simple. The elf is using the orc and troll as muscle against you. Yeah, that's the reason why dwarves aren't normally put in that. Because they believe that there's a conspiracy that the elves are controlling the orcs and trolls to basically undermine society for humans. Think about it. When you turn on the Tridio after a hard day's work, what do you see? The pampered elf basking in the lap of luxury, squandering the money that you could be using to feed your children. When you walk through a dark alley on your way home from the market, what do you fear? The mongrel orc and the savage troll lying in wait to rob you of your hard-earned gains. The elf, the orc, the troll, all are parasites leeching away at your prosperity and happiness. It's time to wake up and do something about it. So what are you going to do, human? Support the Humanist Paula Club. Together we will show pride in what we are and defend ourselves from the jackals at our door. Humanist forever. Human. They say you can't get a job because of the economy, but you know the real reason. Metahumans. The elf, with his pretty boy looks, takes the high-paid corporate desk job, rises to the top, and blocks the top positions forever. Never aging, never retiring. Yeah, by the way, elves do live forever in this. Well, not forever, but they live a very, very, very long time. The orc is willing to work for table scraps, driving the cost of labor down and depriving you of a decent wage. The troll takes all the manual labor jobs. That's right, not even the sweat of your own brow can earn you a living these days. Join Humanists and turn the tide on economic repression. Humanists forever. Third pamphlet. Human. Ever wonder why dwarf shops are all family run? Free labor. And whose businesses suffer? You guessed it. We, the humans, wind up paying in reduced sales and lost wages. Every day another dwarf-run store opens, and every time that happens, more dwarves flock to our neighborhoods, driving good, honest human businesses out. They say it is for community. They say it's for protection. Why can't they keep to their own neighborhoods? What are they hiding? Stand up to your people. Stand up for what's right. Join the Humanist Paula Club. Humanists forever. Okay, Zealot. Yeah, that's just weird. Because it doesn't seem like it, really fits with the other two. The Humanist Paula Club logo fills the majority of the screen on the terminal. A welcome message, written in a cartoonishly aggressive font, appears below. Please log in to begin. Nope. I think you don't ever get those passwords. Yeah, unless you have decking. It's kind of strange that this place would be so empty. The Humanist Paula Club logo fills the majority... Okay, yeah, same thing. Enter door code. The door unlocks with a faint click. I need something to drink. Operation False Flag Planning Report. A stocky man in a military surplus jacket enters the room. He is flanked on either side by a pair of young women. Their faces are masked by white kerchiefs, and each of them carries an unholstered pistol. No! People who act aggressively and commit to violence who wear handkerchiefs on their face? Why, that never happens. Nobody that commits violence ever wears a handkerchief on their face. Tries to hide their identity. Whoa. Yeah. So that just happened. Soldiers exchange glances, lower their sidearms, and they look at you. Their stares full of hatred and bile. So that's a thing that happens in this in Hong Kong. Sometimes you click it once, and it will click multiple times and skip blocks of dialogue. I think he just tells them to hold on and talk to you for a moment. There, that's better. His lips curl into a mirthful smile. I have shown you hospitality, troll. Now it's time for you to return the favor. So tell me, why are you here? Yeah, you can choose to do that, but Iger will flip a shit. Like, right away, obviously. Oh, I'm here to shut you down, Stahl. Confronting me in person was a bad move, by the way. He visibly struggles to keep his cool. You've got balls, Trog. I'll give you that. No brains, though. It takes a special kind of fool to threaten me in my own compound. Well. Yeah, insult me again, I'm gonna break you in two. He smirks. See that, girls? Your typical Trog right there. Great big fists and a brain the size of a walnut. You calm down, Trog, or my girls will shoot you dead. It'd be tragic if you missed the big show. He offers you a broad smile. It is going to be glorious, troll. That gas that you hauled in for us, it's going to prove every word that we've been saying. The Trogs, the Haffers, the goddamn dandelion eaters. One whiff of this stuff and they're going to tear each other apart. And then they'll spill into the good human neighborhoods, where we'll be waiting to stop them. I'm just giving him a awful German accent on purpose. Because look at him. He looks like a poster child for like a join the Aryan nation. You just watch and wait, mongrel. Stahl gives you a broad grin. It'll be a bloodbath. Yeah, the only bloodbath is going to happen right here in this room. The smile fades from his face. I've heard just about enough insolence from you. I might just have my men teach you some manners. The sound of hurried footsteps echoes down the hallway behind you. The Humanist leader smiles. As luck would have it, here they come now. I'm giving him more of like a foppish Austrian accent. Also, you probably should have jumped the desk and punched his neck in. Dietrich's eyes go wide. He takes a step towards the nearest Humanist gunman. Alexander. The youth blinks in surprise. He half lowers his weapon. Uncle Dietrich? Shoot him, Alexander. This man is an intruder and a traitor. Come here to do us harm. You're gonna put a shell in someone. Put it in Stahl. He's a monster, Alex. I know you can see that. The Humanist gunmen flanking Stahl exchange uncertain glances. One begins to raise her pistol, but hurriedly lowers it when the Humanist leader steps forward. Okay, why does my drawer keep sliding in? Alex fixes his Alexander with a stern gaze. You swore an oath to us, Alexander. You will be a man. Keep it. Yeah. Make your choice, son, but make it fast. I'm not your son. My father was a drunken bastard who used to burn me with cigarettes when he got angry. Aw. Aw, poor baby. My grandma used to do that to me. Except not from drinking. He turns on Dietrich. But then, you already knew that, didn't you? He's your brother. Not by choice, Alex. I don't want a thing to do with that asshole. And I didn't know. Not until it was too late. This traitor associates with mongrel filth. If you listen to him, you will be betraying your people. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, if you side with Humanus, I'm gonna have to kill you. I don't want to, but I will. Nah. If you can't see through Humanus' bullshit, you don't deserve to live. Dietrich shoots you an angry look. Fuck off, neck puncher. They know how to prey on kids like Alex. It's not his fault.
These animals don't respect you, Alexander. They deny your choice. Your uncle over there thinks that you're a child. Now do the right thing and put an end to this.
I'm telling you, Alex, he's using you. That's what groups like Humanists do. Dietrich's voice wavers. His eyes are as wide as saucers. When they're finished with you, he'll toss you out just like your dad did.
No. No, he won't. I've seen lots of Humanist guys who've been here for years. And if you really gave a damn, you'd have been there for me when I needed you. No, Alex, don't do this.
Alexander levels his rifle at Dietrich's head.
It's done. Alexander, no.
Yeah. Yep. So pretty much he takes huge pot shot damage right away. Sucks that I have to wait a turn. But let's go get Mr. Stahl. Ooh. He's kind of a glass jaw. Yeah. Big glass jaw. Yeah, it's actually pretty difficult to get Alexander to side with you. I probably should have moved her there. Sure. Actually, I'll come over here. Take care of this bitch. There we go. Well, that's a whole bunch of armor broken. It's just you left, Alexander. I'm gonna Dietrich kill you. Actually, no. That's just mean. I feel like I'm doing less damage. Normally with unarmed, though, that should be brass knuckles. I might have to look that up. Damn. Ooh. Ooh. Double crit to the face. Yeah, so we can't really hack. So that's the thing. Looks like we're going to have to fight our way out. Yes, we are. Dietrich, you get here. And I'll go around this way. And Iger, you get behind the chair. Hi. Nah. There's a mage. I knew there was a mage in here somewhere. Yeah, I really feel like I'm doing way less damage than I should be doing. Alright, you heal yourself. And Get right there. I'm gonna have him go like sideways essentially, so he could try to hit a whole bunch of people, or I can back myself off. He can bomb them, and then I can hit them again. You little bitch. All right, Iger. God, Iger just like brings the pain. Her and Glory can handle a lot of things just on their own. Actually, I'll put you here. And he can't. Let's try to hit him. Nice. Unbalanced. Yeah, I really feel like I'm doing less damage. Let's see. No, I'm just doing low damage. It's weird. That's probably because all my stats are low. Well, lower than they should be. I also should be using her kick and slash. Oh, way to kill your own team members, dummy. It's fine, we can take the damage. Your team members can't. Alright. Iger. You get over there. Alright. Wounded 7. I'm wounded 10. Well, you can't do it anyway. So... at least he didn't miss. Oh yeah, while we're at it. Switch to that. But then again, I am still kind of new. I'm only, what, like level 4? Equivalently? Seriously? Well, I'm gonna go knock this guy out. Yeah, you can just come up. Oh, come on. Blew his arm off. At least in this you can see where people actually hit. Okay. You heal Iger, because she usually needs it. Swing and a miss. Bastard. Alright, use your adrenal pump. Let's just put you here. So there's more jackasses going to be coming running up anyway. Just end. Alright. Iger. You move right here. Just spotting. Okay. One guy all the way down there. Come on. Yeah. Just go around this way. Haste me up. Oh, you've made a terrible mistake. Iger, blow his fucking head off. Ugh. Fine, reload. Do that then, Iger. Well, I guess we're not getting the ammo stuff or the extra mission done because I don't have anybody who can deck it. But that's fine. Right, Iger. You get as far as you're gonna go. Dietrich, you can heal. I'm wounded 10. Glory's wounded 7. Just hit me up. Hello. Punch to your face. I really need disarm. Oh, grenade launcher. Guess who's dying first? That's fine. Really? Shotgunning from that distance? Oh. Spicy. Hit me for 23. There we go. Doesn't matter. I'm healed anyway. That's exactly why I take kits with me. Let's go after this fucker. And heal yourself. It's only 10, but... should have used the kick. But you get quite a lot of experience for this when all is said and done. Oh, you're not using the grenade launcher anymore? Basically, if anyone's out of cover, they're getting hit. Yeah, gather up there. Nothing bad will happen. Plus, I'd rather pay for a trauma. Oh, I don't have any grenades. Well, that's not happening then. Wow, why are you being such shit, Iger? The shotgun one. There we go. Alright, let's roundhouse kick you. There we go. Let's see. You won't have heal for another turn. But I can move you here. And then Dragon Slayer Idol. Which is weird that he has that, of all people. Alright. Nice. Minus 3 AP. So put him to sleep. Jesus Christ, that shotgun. Alright. That guy's a fuck. Thank you. You don't have a trauma kit. Shit. Oh, wait. No. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, there we go. I was wondering. Hopefully she doesn't die. Okay, yeah, he has a trauma kit. Alright, let's do this. Oh, you're really badly hurt, actually. Fuck. Damn. Yeah, Jesus. What's all the 10s? Alright. Summon this. Good. I have a feeling Glory is going to go down. Oh, nope. what I thought. I'll get over here and slash her for the moment. Alright. I will skip your turn in exchange for the elemental. I hate that doesn't wrap. Shit. It got freed. Well, that sucks. Dragon Slayer's idle. Hope for the best. This is going really poorly. Please don't knock Glory out. Okay, good. No. No. Okay. Swing and a miss. Please don't hit Glory. At least it's backing away. That sucks. Lose it on the first shot. Okay, so she's occupied for the turn. Let's just go ahead and haste Iger. Just take him out of the runnings. And come on. Good, they're moving priorities at least. Good. Good. Thank you. Ugh. Alright. Heal thyself. Man, I haven't seen a shit show like this in a while. Just walk up and kick it. Alright. Heal yourself. It's at least some health you'll have. Get back there. Alright, Iger. God damn. You fuck. Let's get rid of this guy finally. Or not. Switch on that. You really can't hit anybody. Alright, Iger. Reload your shotgun. Iger, why are you sucking it? Thank you. Unbalanced. Not much you can do. Yeah. I usually expect to get, like, me knocked out or, like, Glory to get knocked out. A lot of times they pick on Iger, but they're just, like, being assholes. Like, pumping crits like crazy. There we go. Thank you. Jeez. I don't think I have any of the other... Yeah, didn't do that. Didn't get Alexander to safety. I don't think I can actually find the Humanist donor list. Let's see. Office store. Yeah, so we have all the info. But I don't think there's anything else I can actually do. I can't switch team members out anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, yeah, because I don't think Pride works. Also, I don't know if you can actually use a password in this without actually knowing it. Alright, 2619. Let's see. Didn't think so. Yeah. It's probably best to take Blitz on this one, but just because there's hacking required. Yeah. I don't have one, so... What the fuck? Why am I back in combat? I think I have to move X far away from decking. He's like a hair's breadth from dying. This was quite an expensive mission. There we go. Because I'm not sure if the passwords are in one of these. Because I remember that, I never remember what that password is. I do kind of wish that there was like a strength option or something to like bust open. Just for humor. Even though I know it's probably... Yeah, didn't think so. I don't remember if there's more fighting out here. The donor list just gets you some money. False flag. You burst through the door of the Humanist compound and into the crisp night air. You're not far from your extraction point. Time to go. Alright. Well, first things first. You heal Dietrich. Dietrich. Well, there's nobody hurt, so it doesn't matter. Glory. Give yourself the adrenal. Which adrenal pump really is a great ability. Haste me. Glory. Okay. He will be flanked. So let's... No. Punch is stronger. Let them all gather up down there. There's the mage. Oh my god, Jesus, fuck. Dietrich, can you see me? What the hell? It says I'm wounded 10. Alright. You should be able to see him now. What the fuck? No wound to heal. Something's not right about that. Because I definitely have a wound to heal. Well. Alright, Iger. You can move right there. Let's see who you can hit. You can hit the mage. Yeah, 95%. Ugh, only 16. Good. And Glory, do you have any? You do have a grenade. Ugh, doesn't give the circle, so you can't really tell who's going to be hit. Yeah, so I think it's only these two. Good, they should all be asleep. There we go, 2 asleep. Thank you. Because damage 20 is pretty damn high, but then again, I am essentially street samurai, so I'm gonna take a lot of trash damage. Good, no minus AP. He missed. Just knock him out. Alright, Glory. Get over here and hit up this mage. Good. Mage is down. That's risky. There we go. Armor broken, and they're asleep. Alright. Can't tell what he has. He looks like he has a shotgun. He also has a shotgun. He is unbalanced. There we go. Glory's in the bad place, but... Shit, they have 2 mages? I think Iger's the only one with a kit left. He thinks I should probably do this instead with 2 gunners. Can't heal her. Do haste. On me and Iger. Only 15. That's trash. Okay. Oh, I guess we're just hitting him. Fucker. You almost hit your own dude. Yeah, with armor broken, I'm probably gonna die again. Yeah. This is turning out to be real bad. But I'm also doing fucking horrible damage to people. You have a kit, but you won't make it shit to nowhere if you run out there. Good. There's one down. I can hit this guy and make it a little safer, but let's peck him. Alright, Dietrich. You get right there, because I don't want Glory to go down. Oh, yeah, you. And I'm down too. Actually, I need to be revived before. He's not going to make it. Wow, this is turning out to be a shit mission. Alright. Now it's up to you, Iger. You gotta kind of clear some trash around him. And he's dead. So now it's basically just Iger. Probably should have medkitted myself up. And now I'm all out of medkits. Awesome. We're all out of trauma kits. I don't think it's the curse of the LP. It really is what it is. Because I don't think I ever had a problem with this mission. God damn, enough grenades? What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, in one more turn I'm dead. Also, I don't think you get any karma if you die. Yeah. This is pretty much a failed mission. I mean, Iger could probably clean up the rest of them. Yeah, game over. Wow. I have to say, man, your lead character is pretty weak without it. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll just heal each other up before we actually do anything. But yeah, the mages are trash. They'll just wreck you instantly. I'm gonna go roll a cigarette real quick while this does its thing. Because I'm gonna have to heal everybody up to full first and move around trauma kits. Which I don't know if I can actually do. Alright, anyway. Ooh. Let's get back to this. Yeah, I have like nothing. Glory, you heal me. Iger, you heal Dietrich. Dietrich, you only have a kit. I don't have any medic. So let's just do this, just to be safe. Because I don't think they've spotted us. But in case they have. No, they haven't, because it doesn't say any turn. This time I'm going to move Iger up here and just have her snipe out anybody she can. Speaking of which, good, they're both reloaded. What do you have? Nothing. You have one more med kit. Use it on yourself. Iger, what do you have? You have one more med kit. Use it on yourself. It's end turn. Alright. You cast haste on me. Iger, you move right here. There's that dirtbag mage. I wish you could get, like, surprise extra damage. I probably should have had you adrenal pump first. And then See, the problem is that dirtbag mage is down there. I could go down there and punch the mage, but I think going down here is probably a little better. There's the other mage. Good. They're both right there. Make this a little easier. Once we're all under cover. Alright, Iger. I could have her send out a phosphorus grenade. What's your odds? Whew, they're garbage. Iger throwing is not your strong suit. Good, I should be able to... Yeah, I can't hit that mage, so... Good riddance. Go. Already going much smoother. Alright, you get up here and hit him with this. Good, he's out of AP. Alright, and... no, just do that. See, now they're doing like 1 damage. Last time they were doing like 15. Odds. But also, a mage hitting you for what? 30 damage? 29 damage? 20 damage? That'll do it. Shred him out. Iger should be able to shotgun the other guy. It also probably is a lot harder only because I don't have the other guy helping me out. Because normally you have the other guy with you. I'm sight blocked. So you can't really shoot. Oh, I can shoot him. Good. -1 AP. Basically, later it becomes a game of knocking everybody's AP down so they can't do shit. Go, -2 AP. Twin Slash has a better bleeding. Alright, Dietrich, you haste Iger. Just so she can try to do a little bit more. Good, unbalanced, and then... Oh, come on, Iger, he was unbalanced. Basically, unbalanced means that your cover is reduced and you're more likely to take damage or take hits. I need to heal Iger. Alright. You cannot see Iger. So move right there. Yeah, just reload. You have more than enough. Good. You're a tough son of a bitch. Yeah, shotguns need to go. That machine gun needs to go. Or assault rifle. Oh, come on. Unbalanced and everything else, you should have been able to hit him. I'll just move up here. Get nice and comfy close. Alright, you kick him. Good. And he is stunned out. Of course, you miss. What are your odds? 53, 58. Yeah, looks like 53 is going to be the maximum. At least you didn't miss. Ooh. Iger is real low. Alright. Iger. Switch. Reload. See ya. Well, it's all up to you. Actually, no it's not. It's up to me. Ugh. You son of a bitch. You're punching me now? If you want to play a punching game, I'll punch your neck. Sure. See ya. You know what? Just because I feel like it. Oh, there we go. Mission accomplished. Sort of. Dietrich stares at his gnarled hands. He's dead. My nephew. My fucking blood. You did what you could. We need to get out of here. Yeah. Yeah, boss. Yeah, you're right. Let's go. Yeah, it's not really a good solution. Because most of the time he either gets killed on your way out, or just can't do it. Because normally you have the runner with you, the guy who's running the job, and then you also have the Alexander with you. So you have a lot of people with you. But doing that with less people, interesting. The U-Bahn ride home feels especially comforting today. The Berlin chapter of the Humanist Polo Club has suffered a terrible blow. And you're the one who dealt it. Volker Stahl's plan to incite a wave of bloody violence across Berlin has been derailed. It isn't often that a Shadowrunner gets to prevent an atrocity on the job. Well, about that. Should get a lot of AP for that, though. Your PDA rings, and the face of your fixer, Paul Amsel, appears on your screen. Neck Puncher, I have new information to discuss about the estate. Please come as soon as you can. Alright, well first... we need to spread these points around. Let's go ahead and put a point in that, and... don't have enough for more body. Let's put another point in that, because this is really good. Just because it does AP and rips armor. But ultimately that is the best. Although you'll get grenaded a lot once you get it. Because pretty much everyone with a grenade, they'll switch from their weapon to either pick it up and try to fire on you again. Or they'll throw a grenade at you. Which sucks, but eh. And nobody gained any levels from that. Let's talk to Samuel Beckenbauer. Hello again, mein Freund. What can I do for you? I've uncovered what Humanus is up to. You'll find the details on this datapad. Beckenbauer eyes the plans on the datapad, then nods grimly. This fits with Humanus's established pattern of behavior. Horrific and vile. According to this datapad, Humanist compounds all over Berlin have received similar shipments. They are planning to deploy the gas tomorrow. He exhales sharply, then nods. I have a feeling the Flux State will have a thing or two to say about that. Stahl has overstepped his bounds. His hubris will be his undoing. Actually, I was his undoing. Volker Stahl is no longer among the living. His neck got punched. That is excellent news. I'm not ashamed to say that I wish the man dead. He deserved what you did to him. And now I'm going to see it that the rest of his twisted organization suffers in the same way that he did. You mark my words. Within the next few hours, the Humanist Polo Club is going to take a hammering that will make the Night of Rage look like a peace rally. I owe you a great deal, Neck Puncher. We all do. I'll wire your payment to the account number that Amsel provided. Pleasure doing business with you. Let's see. I'm accepting donations. Okay, yeah, they're still in the library. Yeah, whatever. I scarcely believe it. With this donation, we've met our penultimate goal. I will send a volunteer to the Data Haven to acquire the Trode nets. In the meantime, I'll be happy to announce that to our guests. Basically, they're getting internet. Thank you again, Neck Puncher. You will never know how important you've been to the people I serve. It's my pleasure. Anything to help. You are a true friend of the Kreuzbazar. Let's talk about something else. No questions. I'm passing by. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one extra goal. Unfortunately, the phone is going to be upset with me for not doing what they wanted. Basically, I took a mission but couldn't actually complete it. But let's first start here. Let's talk to Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike raises an eyebrow at your approach. A burning cigarette dangles between her fingers of her right hand, and she holds a glass of scotch in her left. Neck Puncher, fancy seeing you again. It was bound to happen sooner or later. I live here and I like to drink as much as the next guy. Of course you do. She raises her glass in salute. Now, was there something you wanted to talk about? Been finding much work recently? Yeah, but the Kreuzbazar isn't the best place to do it. There are a ton of jobs out here if you don't have a network. There aren't a ton of jobs out here if you don't have a network. You don't have people in the Kreuzbazar? Nope. My crew is in Mitte. There's lots of work out here if you can handle it, but life isn't pleasant there as it is in the Kreuzbazar. She gestures with her cigarette, the tip glowing red in the gloom. I mostly visit your lovely little keys between runs to restock and relax. It's a good place for that. Nice, slow-paced. It's... She pauses for a moment to search for a word. Quaint. I don't suppose you'd be interested in taking a permanent position on my team? It's a nice enough place. I don't know if that's a word I'd use. No? I would. Compared to most of Berlin, the Kreuzbazar is about as quaint as it gets. Hell, it's verging on bucolic with all the hand-holding and the rooftop gardens. You found yourself a lovely, picturesque little corner of Berlin, Neck Puncher. I guess I have to give your old boss some credit for that. Alright, gotta run. See ya. Yeah, see ya. You can offer, but she'll always decline to be a permanent member of your team. But I'm pretty sure there's a way to get her for free for a mission or two. The girl with a chip in her head stands with her eyes closed, rocking back and forth. She looks so frail that a light breeze might knock her over, but she somehow stays on her feet. Whether by coincidence or some kind of preternatural junkie awareness, with one S, she opens her eyes when you come near. I know you. Maybe by face, and if not by name. I'm Neck Puncher. By face, by name, by cry, or by song. Sammy Kim is what most people call me. They think I don't know why, but I do. Monica explained. So what have you been up to? The girl absently fingers the chipjack in her temple. I wanted to escape with the children and the captain. We had to get away from the soldiers, out of Austria. But it was wrong, all wrong. I was taking them over the mountains, but it was the wrong way. I know it was. It would have taken us straight into Germany, not Switzerland. We should have taken a train, gone to Italy. There we would have been safe. I didn't want it to end badly, so I turned it off. Zach sold me something new. In it, I feel strong. I have a son, and he's destined to save the world. I have to protect him because the machines have come to kill him before he can become a man. Okay. Little Terminator reference there. I won't let that happen, because in there, I am strong. Though Kim's words are bold, her trembling voice and body betray some aching for a fix. I'll catch up another time. You can ask her about Monica's death, but she always goes in, like, nonsensical tangents. Lane. Alexei Lane leans on his crutch while staring into the Berlin sky. Nothing moves but gray clouds. His faraway look is only broken when you approach. Something I can do for you? I wanted to hear more about the war. Lane grumbles and massages phantom pain in his synthetic legs. Damn it. Why won't the world just let an old soldier fade away like MacArthur promised? Sorry to bother you. No. I actually don't need to talk to him anymore if he says that. So we're good there. But we do have one other person we always need to talk to. Let's see if Kami says anything different. She looks up from her comm, idly blowing a bubble and then quickly popping it. Hello again. I hear you've been busy. What exactly did you hear about me? Nothing too serious. Just that you've got a lot of work. I do too, which is nice. Why'd you fall in this line of work? Well, you know, Altug always says, if you do not spy, how will you know who's boss? She waves her hand as though to excuse her poor memory, or something like that. I'm just a kid. What do I know? Intel's important, but that should be a lesson for when you're older, don't you think? Yeah. If you don't know, maybe you shouldn't be playing hooky. Kami puffs up indignantly, and then you realize how young she must really be. She couldn't be out of her teens yet. And what does that mean? I hate all this age stuff where it's like, you're a little young to hear that, or... Let's do chill. I only meant that it was a hard life for a kid. She grows quiet for a moment, briefly looking down at her shoes before looking you straight in the eye. Yeah, it can be, but it's better than some other lives. Alta gave me a good job, and I'm super grateful for it. Which reminds me, I should get back to it. See you later? She lazily tips an invisible hat at you before returning to the comm at her wrists. Samantha? No. None of that. Anyway, time to talk to party members. Blitz. Blitz stubs out a cigarette as you approach. Neck puncher, I was hoping I'd see you. Do you have another run lined up for us yet? I'm strapped for cash. Why the hell are you strapped for cash? With the amount of work we've been doing, you should be rolling in new yen. What can I say, Chief? He tries a thoroughly unconvincing smile, but immediately seems to think better of it. The anxious look on his returns to his face. I have expensive tastes. I was hoping for a straight answer. You've got a talent for deflection, Blitz. And you're annoyingly persistent. If you must know, I'm in debt. That's where all this money's going. In debt to who? He hesitates before responding. When he does, his voice carries the edge of annoyance. No offense, but this is getting a little too personal, Chief. My debts are none of your business. Yeah. If some bookie sends his thugs here for you, it's going to become my business. So talk, now. Blitz shakes his head in exasperation. Alright, fine. First off, you don't need to worry about anyone coming after me. My debts are to a bunch of old contacts. If I don't pay him, I'm going to lose him. And in this line of work, it isn't smart to burn bridges. Second, before you ask, those debts are for services rendered. I was in a tight spot, needed some help, and I threw out a lot of IOUs to get it. Third and finally, the trouble I was involved in, a girl. That should be spaced, saying a girl in quotes. I'll tell you about it if you ask me to, but we're verging into deep personal feelings territory. So if you don't want to hear me sob over my ex-girlfriend, you'll drop the subject right now. So it's up to you, Chief. You really want to go down this road, or shall we keep this relationship professional? You're clearly preoccupied with this. In our line of work, preoccupied can get you killed, so spit it out and we'll deal with it. Blitz meets your gaze for a moment, then looks away and sighs. All right, where to begin? I met Emil in Drogenkip. She was the first person who was ever more important to me than myself. I was crazy about her, Chief. To this day, she's the only person I've ever met who could really outdeck me. A real kicker is that she wasn't even a decker by trade. There was nothing she wasn't good at. I like to dabble in rigging, but Emil? That girl could pick up anything she set her mind to. I like that. Okay, this was a mistake. I take it back. Let's keep this relationship professional. Alright, you loved her. I get it. Skip to the parts where you racked up those debts. Alright, Chief, sure. So, I'm sure you've already seen this coming, but I lost her. One day, she just disappeared, along with most of my decking gear. The only explanation was a handwritten note on an old-fashioned paper. Leave me alone. That was it. We'd been together for years. That was all she left me? That and this beat-up old cyberdeck. Naturally, I freaked. We had our share of arguments, but we never had a huge blowout or anything. I couldn't think of anything that drive her to do a thing like that. Mostly, I felt hurt, so I searched for her, in the real world and in the Matrix. And when that turned up nothing, I started tapping my contacts. And that's when I started racking up debt. And so, did you find her? Nah, she's gone. Neck puncher, without a trace. I looked high, I looked low, I poked into everything I could think of. And my contacts did the same. He shakes his head. She's gone, Chief. At this point, I've accepted that. But I still gotta repay those debts. I'm surprised you've given up so easily. There must be some place you haven't looked. He blinks. I don't know, Neck Puncher. I really did look everywhere, and at great personal cost. She means that much to you. You owe it yourself to try. Yeah, you might be right. He shakes his head. Fuck. I thought I was done with this. But you're right. Without some kind of closure, I'm never going to be at peace with this. Basically, this is leading up to his end mission, which his is the first you can really do. Thanks for the chalk, Chief. I'll let you know how it goes. Please don't. I just love that. Please don't. You do that, Blitz. Good luck. Also, no. Actually, I think Amsel will talk to me after. Let's talk to Mallet. Welcome back. What can I do for you? Got the drone fixed yet? I do. Just finished before you arrive. There's a complication, though. What is it? This drone's got custom AIOS stack on it. Someone wrote code that sits in the bootloader and configures the drone to only accept commands from a specific user. The thing works like a computer virus, so there's no way I can rip it out unless I have another brain from this model of drone. Before you ask, yes, I looked into it. Problem is, this is a stolen corp drone, a discontinued model of a stolen corp drone. There's no parts for this thing on the market around here, so unless you know who locked this thing up so tightly, you're not going to get more use out of it than a doorstop. Thanks for your time. Hey, no problem. It was a fun project. Well, we might have a solution for that. Blitz's eyes widen when he sees the drone that you're carrying. He looks anxious. Hey, Chief. How's it going? Found this drone in that hotel vault. Does it belong to you? Yeah, Chief. That's mine. I didn't want to say anything at the time since this was my idea to have you loot the vault in the first place. It would have saved me some running around if you'd come clean. I, forgot about it. Honestly, Chief, I'm just glad to see you're up and running again. How do you pull that off, by the way? I'm pretty good with a wrench, but the damn thing won't obey my commands. Yeah, let's lie. Yeah, I wrote a custom stack for her. I'm the only one she'll listen to. So, can I have her back? Sure, it's no use to me anyway. So yeah, now he has a drone. So, he's upgraded. Somewhat. That's the first of many upgrades for Blitz. I think Blitz gets like 3 upgrades total. But let's go talk to Glory. I miss doing Glory's voice. Glory's expression remains distant, but her lips curl upward into a hint of a smile. Neck puncher. Need something? So any thoughts on the last run? I have no strong feelings about the run one way or another. It was a pity that Dietrich's nephew died. I know that he must feel sad about it, but we got the job done. At the end of the day, that's what's important. I'd still like to know more about the chrome you're sporting. That's not a story I'm interested in telling out of context. If you really want to get into it, we're going to need to go back. Way back. She stares at you with cold, dead eyes. I'm not sure you want to do that. Well, you say give me answers when we talk about your past, so let's talk about it. Why do you care? There's no hostility in her voice. If anything, she sounds suspicious. Because I'm the... yeah, I don't care, not particularly, but I am curious. She pauses for a moment, considering, then she nods. All right, fine, we can talk, but we're doing it on my terms. This is a long story, Neck Puncher. Long, and ugly, and cruel. Are you sure that you want to hear this? Alright, let me do something real fast. I have to check something. Because something just made a wiggle. Okay. I think everything's good there. Let me check one other thing. Okay. Okay, good. I was just making sure that was still in. Okay. We're good. We're all good. Let me just put all this stuff back where it was. There we go. Quit stalling and start talking. All right. I'm going to start at the beginning. Not for you, for me. I guess that might help me to say all of this out loud. She takes a deep breath and slowly releases it. When she speaks, her voice comes out in a cool monotone. My family lives in Stuttgart. It was a nice enough place, I suppose. My parents worked as wage slaves for IFMU. My mom was a good person. Once upon a time, my father was a decent person as well. That's what Mom always told me, but I never knew him that way. She pauses for a long moment, then she begins speaking again. Some of the ice has fallen away from her voice. For the first time since you met her, Glory sounds alive. The dad that I knew was an old, damaged Euro War vet who turned a hardline religion to make sense of the world. In Stuttgart, that meant either the Ritter Christi, or I don't know exactly how they want to pronounce that. If it's the Reiter Christi, or their fascist cousins, the Kreuzritters. My father chose the latter path. I still remember hiding in my room when my father had his Kreuzritter brothers over for prayer group. They would drink and get rowdy and spend an hour or two riling themselves up with talk about heretics and the devil's work. Then they'd go find some poor old elf or dwarf and stomp the living shit out of him and drown him in the Neckar. Meanwhile, I'd be holed up at home with Mom, who would commemorate the event by drinking a bottle of wine and crying herself to sleep. Yeah, I'd like to get my hands on your dad and his Crusaders, see how they like someone who can push back. It's a common sentiment, believe me, but I appreciate the thought. Anyway, Aside from the fact that my dad and his buddies were a bunch of murderous assholes, life was pretty normal. I went to school, made friends, hung out with my mom, kid stuff. When I turned 14 and everything went to shit. Glory pauses, then swallows hard, ever so slightly, her cheeks flush red. Suddenly she looks self-conscious, as if she's just snapped out of a trance. As quickly as it came, the flush of emotion disappears. Her voice frosts over. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Keep going, Glory. This was just getting good. Not right now. Glory stares at you through cold, dead eyes. Anyway, we have a job to do, so let's get on with it. We can chat again later. Glory's an interesting one. I like her story. As you approach, Iger turns to face you. Her rifle has been field stripped and is lying in pieces on a sheet of butcher paper. Arranged in a neat row along the edge of the paper are bottles of copper solvent, bore cleaner, and lighter fluid. Our fearless leader returns. What do you need? I'd like to hear about your time in the KSK. She shakes her head. No, I'm not in the habit of sharing war stories, Neckpuncher. Not with people who've never served. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a war story. I just want a better idea of who I'm running with. She looks you in the eye for a moment, evaluating. Finally, she shrugs. All right, Neckpuncher, you win. I owe everything to my time in the KSK, from my street name on down. So you tell me what you want to know, and we'll see where this goes. Tell me about your street name. Back when I was in basic training, a fellow recruit made a vulgar joke at my expense. He said I reminded him of the north face of the Eiger, in the Bernese Alps. Huge and beautiful, but dangerous to climb. His tone left little doubt of what sort of climbing he had in mind. I think that he was trying to proposition me, in his clumsy way, poking me in front of the other recruits to try to provoke a reaction. She shrugs. Anyway, he got one. I broke 3 of his ribs and the name stuck. So then you overreacted, as usual. Served him right. Iger rewards you with a critical eye. You might actually mean that, but then you might just be trying to get on my good side. No, anyone who'd use a line like that, that bad, deserves to get smacked around a little. She nods. For once we're in complete agreements, but there was more to it than that. As soon as that idiot made his little joke, it was a foregone conclusion that I was getting saddled with the name Iger. My only choice in the matter was whether it happened under his terms or under mine. If I hadn't broken that twit's ribs, the name Iger would have meant a difficult sexual conquest to a whole barrack full of recruits. That's what I would have been to them from that point on. My own accomplishments be damned. Thanks to what I did, my new name meant the troll who doesn't take shit from anyone. Instead, it's a name I'm proud to go by, and have hung on it ever since. Iger pauses for a moment, then looks you in the eye. A word of advice to you, Neckpuncher. If anyone ever puts you in the position that he put me in, if he demeans you in front of your unit, whatever his intent, the appropriate response is to put that person down. Hard. Out in the field, nothing will kill you faster than losing the respect of your team. By that logic, I should have broken your ribs after Monica died. In your place, I would have. She looks you up and down, appraising you. Not that you would have succeeded if you tried, but in terms of saving face, it would have done wonders. In all seriousness, Neckpuncher, I'm sorry that I put you in that position. I shouldn't have, and I acknowledge that. She straightens. Need anything else, or can I get back to prepping for our next run? Tell me about your team. She nods. Fair enough. I guess you've earned it. There were 8 of us, 2 commando squads, working together as a single unit. Schmidt and Lang were combat deckers. Wolf was our rigger and combat engineer. Fisher handled demolitions, Braun was a medic, and the rest of us, Metzger, Kruger, and myself, were weapons experts. Our mission was extraterritorial, technically illegal, but important enough to justify the risk. We've been sent across the border into Poland. The Russian mafia had set up a cottage industry and human trafficking all along the Oder-Neisse line, and it was our job to disrupt it. Go on. We were a good team, experienced. We went through a lot together, and we chalked up a lot of kills. In our own way, I'd like to think we did some good. What happened to the team? She shakes her head. No, that's one story I won't be telling. They died, and that's all you need to know. Who was in command? Metzger. Best leader I've ever had the pleasure of serving under. Her face clouds. He was a hell of a man. But he went down with the rest of the team. Everyone but me. Thanks, Iger. So was there something else you wanted to talk about? Or can I get back to cleaning my rifle? Any thoughts on the last run? After all the moral ambiguity we've been wading through, hitting Humanus was incredibly satisfying. What they had planned makes my blood boil just thinking about it. Too bad about Dietrich's nephew. I feel for the old guy. But between you and me, Neckpuncher, I'm not sure how much sympathy I can muster for the kid. In my eyes, anyone who'd join an organization like Humanus, whatever the reason, deserves to be put into the ground. Alexander may have been young, but he wasn't a child. If he were 6 or 7, I may feel differently. But he was old enough to know that what he was doing was wrong, and he did it anyway. Actions have consequences, and that's all I have to say. No more questions. Thank you, Iger. She turns back to disassembling her components, the components of her rifle. Sure thing, fearless leader. Good talk. Yeah, so you can see that there's like a progression slowly with each of the characters. It's not just like a... Whoa. I need more drink. All these voices are wearing my throat raw. Alright, where's Dietrich? There he is. We lost him. Alexander. He's dead. He stares at his gnarled hands. I can't believe it. I failed him. Boss. I shouldn't. I failed him. Whatever. Don't blame yourself. Blame Humanus. His voice comes out in a growl. Oh, I do. Trust me on that, boss. The next one of those bastards I meet is going to wish he was never born. I think now he calms down. Hey, boss. He gives you a slight nod. What can I do for you? Any thoughts on the last run you'd like to share? Don't talk to me about that run, boss. Not ever again. Nothing right now. Take it easy, boss. Yeah, he gets a little upset for a little bit. I think Glory's is the last mission. Because I think it's like Blitz, and then Iger, then Dietrich, then Glory. I'm sure there's ways to get ones before other ones, but who knows. Also, okay, yeah, I'll play a little bit more. Neckpuncher, welcome back. I have news for you. In your absence, I've been looking into Harfeld Manor. Whatever Fur Schwing is up to, it is both large-scale and well-funded. I've uncovered a money trail leading from holding companies all over the world to an offshore fund with a dummy address. From there, all the freshly laundered money flows directly into the Harfeld estate. How much money are we talking about here? I can't name an exact figure, but we're talking about a lot of money. In the millions of new yens, most certainly. Whatever Firewing is planning, she has access to all the resources she'll need to carry it out. Yeah. Furschwing was different. She didn't scheme or plot. She acted. Yes. And look at where it got her. And when Firewing launched her attack on humanity, it wasn't an act of hubris. She lashed out because she didn't consider our species to be a threat. It would be equally hubristic for us to assume that she will make the same mistake twice. I will continue digging into this while you and the team tackle your next run. With luck, I'll have more information to share upon your return. Sounds good, Paul. One last thing, Neckpuncher. Mallet was able to restore the readable surface of one of Green Winter's DVDs. If you'd like to take a look, you will find it sitting beside the player. Maybe later. I've got a run to concentrate on. As you wish. Mallet was going to continue working on the other DVDs. She'll be in touch when she makes any headway. Thanks, Paul. Let's go do another mission. Do another mission and then end it. Oh, actually, before we go too much further, how much money do I have? I have a lot of money. Well, not a lot, but enough. I do like that if you click all the way across the map, he, like, books it. Alright, Doc. I need medical supplies. Let's buy 2 of those. 3 of those. Ooh. Let's just take that. Kind of a decent swap. Alright, tailored pheromones adds extra charisma. See, that's kind of silly because, one, charisma is used for summoning, but if you get cyberware, it lowers your essence, so your overall power is down. So it might get you to summon better, but it won't help anything else. Yeah. You get the Synthocardium Mark II, +1 to dodge, throwing weapons, and movement. Encephalon, add 1 intelligence. That's actually what I normally do for my Decker. I give them an Encephalon because it is really good. Yeah, dodge and throwing weapons. Don't give a shit about that. This one's stupid. It just gives you +3 movement, I think, for 1 turn. Strength and hit points. Yeah, I do like this. High energy flash bulbs hidden in a cyber eye, capable of temporarily blinding an opponent. It's like every 2 turns you can have a chance to blind an enemy. This would be nice, but I can't afford it. Wired reflexes is kind of crap. No, they don't have any of the good ones yet. I believe you can get like arms that give you stats and do a shit ton of damage. Anyway, let's go to the computer. And open jobs. Claim payments for Humanus. Samuel Beckenbauer, 2 neck puncher. Here's your payment, as promised. And a moment later, a second message pops in your inbox. Your payment details. Payment, $22,500. Crew salary is $6,000. Ouch. Ammunition and resupply, $1,500. Ouch. Automatic deduction for Alice funds, $11,000. So remainder, $3,750. We are pending and active jobs. I definitely want to do this one. Amsel's face winks onto the screen. Neck puncher. Here you will find the complete transcript of my conversation with Herr Schmidt, a potential client. As you will see, the details of the job are a bit more vague than I would like, but the payout is quite substantial. After reading the transcript, you may choose whether or not to accept the job. If you respond in the affirmative, our client will be notified, and I will make all necessary preparations for the run. The one other thing. Herr Schmidt provided me with a device that will assist you on the run. He calls it a little black box, apparently. It can be used to compromise the power and security systems of the run site. If you opt to take the job, be sure to take it with you. Amsel's image flickers, then winks away. A moment later, a glowing blue text field begins to scroll up from the bottom of the screen. Guest. Greetings, Sir Amsel. I trust this connection is secure. Naturally. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? Call me Herr Schmidt. Very well, Herr Schmidt. Have you some business for me? Indeed. I have a job for your team. A simple matter. Judging by what I have heard of your team, I imagine they will be well suited to the task. Go on. The interests that I represent have learned that AG Chemi Europa is working on a company-wide project. Something very secret, very new. Reliable sources inform me that they're keeping a working prototype of this new venture in the Berlin facility. I see, and your employers wish us to acquire this prototype for them. Naturally. What is this project? If you want my team to grab the prototype for you, they'll need to know what they're looking for. I am not at liberty to say. I can tell you that the prototype has been rendered MK6. I can also tell you that your team will find it on the 25th floor of the Berlin facility in the office of one Albrecht Haushofer. Further, I can assist your team in disabling the building security and gaining access to the 24th floor. From there, however, they will be on their own. Such vagueness can be dangerous, Herr Schmidt. I will not commit my team to a run without better understanding what the job entails. Facing such danger is the purpose of a Shadowrunner, Hamsel. Your team will be rewarded handsomely for their services. My employers have set aside 20,000 new yen for the job. Consider it hazard pay if you wish. Make it 25,000 new yen or look somewhere else. 22,500 new yen, final offer. Very well, I will pass your offer on to my team. Are there any further details you can provide? Haushofer's office will be locked behind a vault door. The lock is old-fashioned, one of the mechanical variety. I will provide your team with a copy of the key. I will also supply you with a little black box, a solid-state device that your team will use to override a variety of building systems. Your team will enter through the facility's underground garage. Then your team will, when your team has acquired the MK6, have them exit through the same garage, and I will have a van there waiting to extract them. Thank you, Herr Schmidt. I will pass your offer on to my team. Good day, Hamsel. The text field disappears. A single line of text pops into the center of the job screen, taking its place. Accept job? Yes, no. Accept it. Run accepted. Client notification sent. You take the little black box from the desk and pocket it before returning your attention to the screen. Back to route. Walk away. So the trick is not to turn in this job before you take the next. This job kind of sucks. But that's only because there's a long way to go. Now, I'm not going to be doing a lot of decking and hacking. I'm probably not going to use Blitz that much, except for his mission. But that's because I need a shaman. And I don't really want to keep Glory out, because Glory is pretty good. And Iger is too good not to take. Like, Iger is essentially the backbone of every mission you should take. Alright, so let's assemble a team and head on out there. So everybody gets re-equipped. So, Glory, Iger, Dietrich. I mean, technically I can swap out Glory because I'm essentially taking her place, but with those claws that automatically do bleeding damage and her stun kick, which I should have been using earlier, she's too good not to take. And the adrenal pump, so she automatically gets hasted. Monolithic, plastic, sterile. The Berlin office of AG Chemi Europa is all these things and more. The worst qualities of modern corporate culture, all mixed into a toxic stew and sluiced into a single prefab office building. Thankfully, you shouldn't have to stay long. According to the intel that your client provided, this should be simple smash-and-grab operation. And you've been given the tools to carry it out with a minimum of fuss. The MK6 prototype, whatever it is waiting for you on the 25th floor. It's time to go and get it. Alright, so everybody should have trauma kits except for Iger for some reason. But she does have her med kits, so that's okay. So first things first, we steal some stuff. Get a free advanced med kit. These crates have been sealed. The only visible markings are Project Atlas. There's nothing over there. But hey, a free med kit from the start? Or is there? Nope. I love the music in this building. Reminds me so much of the original Shadowrun on Genesis. After a few moments of sifting through cables, you find a diagnostic connector with the right input and fit the little black box that Herr Schmidt gave you. The connector slips in and into the box with a satisfying click. A tiny red light set into the box's lid begins flashing. After a few seconds, it turns solid yellow, then finally shifts to green. At that instant, all the lights in the garage turn off. A few seconds later, the emergency lighting kicks in. If what Schmidt told you is true, you've just killed the main power for most of the building. In theory, the box has also circumvented the security cameras on the building's upper floors. You should be able to intercept the camera feeds by tapping into the elevator console on the 24th floor. Handy little thing. Alright team, let's go. I do like this stop that's painted almost in like bubble letters. Let's see if there's anything else down there. But anyway, let's go to the 25th floor. This is pretty cut and dry. It's just a lot of walking and a lot of battle. Eiger indicates that the console built into the wall besides the elevator. This looks like the elevator console. The camera feeds should have been routed here. It only takes a moment to connect your PDA, and immediately visual feeds from all over the building begin to flood in. Alright, we're in, people. Let's move. So basically you get to see the entire complex. And we don't particularly need to be sneaky, because if we get into battles, we get into battles. Well, that's not healthy. Although, unfortunately, we do miss out on a lot of stuff. Welcome to AGC Data Library Archive and Employee Record System. Enter search terms to begin. Let's first do... Oh. Wait, am I saying MKV? Yeah, I mean... No, that's MK6. I hate stupid Roman numerals. Stupid Romans with their stupid numbering system that was made of stupid. It's almost as bad as Japanese counting systems. Maintenance. I can read it from here. Oh yeah, more medical supplies. All the medical supplies. We'll need them. Trust me, we'll need them. Yeah, you have a huge penis. Thanks for revving your engine, you douche. Junior Executive Werner Hardegger. Bar. Let's take his liquor. On the bar, a number of bottles of alcohol. Most of them look expensive. Grab a bottle for the road. Why not? Grab some cheap booze. At first glance, this terminal appears unremarkable. It's password locked, and a cheerful screensaver marches across its display. Inspect the terminal. Upon closer inspection, you notice something. Interspersed among the colorful bouncing sprites of the screensaver, there's a symbol that you recognize. The dead drop marker for the Schockwellenreiter. The Schockwellenreiter message drop. As you study the display, a green light winks on above the terminal's display, the recording light of a pinhole camera. The screensaver disappears and the screen floods with glowing green text. Schockwellenreiter contributor 1432 recognized. Welcome, Neck Puncher. RE Secret Projects. This is an open request for information about the projects and material prototypes being developed at this facility. It is known that a synthetic drug is being developed here in support of a project called Atlas. In addition, a functional prototype called Mark 6 has been developed. The first contributor to provide us with project data for Atlas, the chemical formula for this new drug, and visual records of the Mark 6 in operation will be handsomely rewarded. All three pieces of information are required for a payout. AG Chemi Europa is known to be a heartless corporation with little regard for metahuman safety or morality. They guard their secrets jealously and seek to hoard all information gained for themselves. This behavior cannot be allowed to go unpunished. What they know, all shall know. No longer will they hide their secrets in the shadows. The timely delivery of this information will be well rewarded. Freedom, equality, information, Shockwellenreiter. Yeah, most of those are probably not going to happen. I'm just putting that out there. Alright. Anita Schrödinger and Leonard Stromgart. Enter passcode. I don't have the passcode. Let's leave it alone. Yeah, I usually get stuck like right there. And right here. Yep, that's the whole security group right there. Let's go ahead and open that. Okay, we're on the 24th floor. Yeah, I think there's a grenade in there. Wait a minute. Yeah, because basically you need to do all three of them in order to get it. I don't think we can get the drug formula, but I don't think we can get the project data without hackers or deckers. Surprise, dickhead. Yeah, they always get the first turn. Well, that's just fucking rude. Well, that's triple rude. And now you're all going to die. Alright. Security mage. Nice. Nice. Alright, Glory. You're going to be a little meh this turn. And also it would help if you didn't use your claws. Or use your claws. Ooh, swing and a miss. Let's up that odds. Failure. Yeah. Did you just try to summon something? Oh god. Ooh, 22 damage. Oh jeez. Well, this is already going swimmingly. Well, no. Jesus fuck, they really want him dead. Like, really bad. Alright, well, heal yourself. I only wounded one, though, so... Well, you have a trauma kit. Let's move you back there. And you can hide, even though you'll probably die in a turn or two. Just from acid. And hit this dwarf. Oh, good, you have another. And you miss. Thank you. Shotgun. Oh, not enough. Hit your own people. Good, missed. Well, just have you reload. Yeah, let's get over here and kick. you recast? No, you cannot. Where do you think you're going? No, we don't need to kick him. Punch him in the face. Nice. Get over and heal him, because apparently they just hated him this turn. This time around. Yeah, not much you can do there. Haste up Iger. Sorry, she can use the other kit on you. There we go. What are you doing? Glory. Give her a slash and kick. The old slash and kickle. Oh, no, you idiot. Ugh. Alright, stop using that. She just kicked Glory in the face. Alright. Found on security desk 54139. Lying atop a clipboard is a security ID card. The name on the card is Lennart Stromberg. The paperwork clipped to the board indicates that this is a replacement ID. It was scheduled for pickup tomorrow morning, and it hasn't been embedded with a security code yet. There's a 5-digit code scrawled in blue ink at the top of the page of the file. 54139. So let's go pick this up. Hey. Oh. Yeah, I should have space for that. Probably because it's Smart Link, I can't actually use it. I don't know why he wouldn't equip it, though. That's weird. I think that's better than Iger Shotgun, so... you can equip her with it later. Code accepted. Door unlocked. Search desk. A stack of business cards on this desk reveals that it belongs to one Annika Schroeder. A cursory search reveals that the desk drawers are stuffed full of lewd love notes, all hastily written on scraps of office stationery. Rummage through the notes. Exploring Annika's desk is like embarking on an odyssey of filth. 30 seconds in and you've already learned 3 new euphemisms for sex in a storage closet, as well as exciting new definitions for a variety of common office terms. Thankfully, your search also turns up something of more immediate value, a scrap of paper with a name and a 5-digit code scribbled on it. Haushofer, 84792. Neat. Search his desk. Project Atlas folder. Let's open it up. The folder is empty except for a single note, moved to digital archive, and locked under executive authorization. So, yes. We do have 84792. Okay. I'm surprised I'm remembering these. Authorization accepted. Welcome, Herr Haushofer. Volumes of information begin to flit across the screen. A good half of what you're seeing has been redacted, but the rest is written in impossibly dense corpse speak. Let's download it for the PDA. You copy all the information on screen, redactions and all. Access visual record. VP level authorization required. Do you wish to proceed? Continue. 8. What was it? 84792. Authorization accepted. Welcome, Herr Haushofer. There are too many records here to sort through quickly. A quick scan reveals the following details. Recording of laboratory experiments on metahumans. Image of extensive series of cyber surgeries being performed upon a large troll. Recordings of that same troll carving his way through opponents with a massive axe. And gun cam footage of what appears to be a vehicle-mounted chain gun. The weapon has been photographed, tearing apart a variety of targets, both artificial and organic. Copy the visual records. Alright. Yep. So the prototype data stored under Project Atlas heading. Redirecting Project Atlas. Yeah, we already have that. I don't think there's anything else you can search for. There's probably like some... In things like that, I always like am waiting for them to put in some type of like Easter egg hidden thing in there. Like, oh, search for this. And you'll find some secret background information. Like some random family member's dog. Toxic gas detected. Laboratory lockdown engaged. Laboratory entrance. Well, that's not good. It's a lot of observation for a laboratory. Just saying, it's quite suspicious. Warning, a warning light strobes out from the console at your approach. Large white letters shriek out against a red background. Warning, toxic contaminant detected. COC12 or CI2, I'm not sure. Phosphine gas. Hazardous material override engaged. Laboratory entrances locked down. Access substance library. Connection failed. Network access unavailable. Use direct terminal access in the data store. Yeah, so you can go back and search for it. Let's do purge laboratory. Warning, this action will result in venting of contaminants in the exterior atmosphere. Level 5 authorization required. Okay. So I guess let's go back here and search for phosphine. Nope. There we go. Yeah, so it's COCI2. So what, that's... I don't know any CI elements, so I would assume that it's I, which is, what, iridium? That would be awful. Commonly known as phosphine gas. A highly toxic, colorless gas that would gain its infamy for its first use as a chemical weapon during the First World War. Because it would be carbon, oxygen, chlorine? Maybe it's supposed to be Cl? Which would make sense. I don't know. It's also valued as an industrial reagent and as a building block for which pharmaceuticals and other organic compounds can be synthesized. In low concentrations, its odor is reminiscent of freshly cut grass. The odor detection threshold for phosphine is 0.4 parts per million, 4 times its threshold limit value. Phosphine-related deaths are generally caused by the interaction of the gas and the proteins of the pulmonary alveoli. The end result of this interaction is destruction of the blood-air barrier, preventing the transmission of oxygen to the blood. Death by suffocation inevitably follows. It is highly recommended that any employee working in or around this gas wear a detector badge. A suitable supply of NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate for liquid phosphine, and NH3 ammonia for gaseous phosphogene must be kept on hand to neutralize spills and leakages. So NaHCO3. NaHCO3 NaHCO3. Okay. What the hell? The hell? I mean, it's essentially nacho. Let's try that again. Shit. Is it C-O-C-I... two? Okay. NH3. Okay. Man, it's gonna stink in there. Mmm. Tasty ammonia. Hey, I gained 1 karma. If only all karma was that good and easy to get. Basically, don't do whatever that guy did. The scientist lays dead beside a small pile of smashed glass, and a number of beakers have been knocked over on the nearby table. That's the oops, I've made a terrible mistake. Send it to my stash. Does anyone really need health? I mean, I guess I could use it on Glory. I mean, she has more than 10 damage. I like how Dietrich gets the small one, but Glory gets the big one. Let's check his terminal. This computer is powered on, but in sleep mode. When the screen comes to life, you find a half-written text file on the screen. The timestamp on the most recent edit tells you that it was written just a few minutes ago. Didn't sleep last night. Doesn't look like I'm going to sleep tonight either. The last test pass failed. My fault. I got the mixture wrong. Sloppy work, Jensen. I can barely keep my eyes open. Gotta try again, though. No excuses in this office. I despise relying on stimulants, but I've got no choice. Gotta keep going. Progress marches on. Starting a new batch. If Haushofer's pet isn't ready to be tested tomorrow, well, best not to think about that. Gotta concentrate. Remember lab safety. Keep alert. Keep awake. One wrong move could spell disaster. That's the menu. Looks like there are log entries reaching back 2 weeks. All the entries are attributed to the same author, and none of them appear to be password protected. 2 weeks ago. The new formula arrived today. Formula 17. I swear, whoever names these things must have no imagination at all. Formula 17? Honestly. Still, I can't wait to start working with it. From what I've read, early clinical trials are promising in the extreme. Amazingly potent, this stuff, and increased potency means less frequent injections at a lower dosage. There's nothing not to like. Despite my enthusiasm, there is still much to be done. Speeding up the absorption rates is first on the list, and I have some concerns regarding the subject's immune reactions. Perhaps the formula could be tailored on a patient-by-patient basis. Last week, tailoring doses to individual patients has worked wonders. The key was taking a gene therapy-based approach. They've been using it in medicine for ages, so why not apply the same logic here? So in a nutshell, we've used the subject's own DNA to delude their immune system into believing that Formula 17 belongs in their body. Simple and effective. This approach has helped to increase the formula's absorption rate, as well as significantly reducing incidences of rejection. Unfortunately, it also rules out easily mass-produced product, but I am convinced that the results will justify the additional costs. Read yesterday's entry. A week? He waits an entire week before telling me that tailoring the mixture is an unacceptable solution? And then he tells me the trials are going to begin tomorrow? I have no time. And Gieshbrecht's, I assume that's Gieshbrecht, applying so much pressure that I can barely think, bastard. Haushofer's probably threatening him. All of them can rot. Maybe now that Haushofer's playing heat the sheets with Gieshbrecht's secretary, he'll lighten up. We can only hope. Anyway, I have some new ideas to move forward with the formula. Admittedly, they're far-fetched, possibly even dangerous. But if I don't start producing some results, I get the feeling that it won't be my problem for much longer. Wish me luck, journal. It's science time. No, we already read the entry for today. Basically, he dosed himself up on stuff and fucked himself up and then gassed himself to death. Actually, what we can do as well... I really thought there was not much on this, but I guess there is. Let's see. Was it Formula 17? Formula 7? Nope. I think that would be something that they'd want. But I'm gonna leave it here, and then we'll go ahead and continue this on Friday. But I hope you enjoyed it, and have a wonderful rest of your day.